Hi guys, this is TheCoelhe and welcome to another episode of Server Talk. Now, I don't know how this episode is going to go. It's going to be a bit confusing, because we are over here, and you have no idea where here is. Well, here, we are at the spawn chunks, and in these spawn chunks, we have made a villager trap. Now, this is so we can set up an iron farm in the future, and we plan on doing that, I think, soon. I don't know, there's a third villager in here, or there was when I left it. Yep, still in there. Now, we went on a whole adventure to get these guys, and it was amazing. We had to dig. We went down the river. We went via boat. Hello, sheep. And we had to dig part of our own waterway, and flood it, and that was fun. Then we found a village. There wasn't any browncoat villagers there. We went to another village. There were browncoat villagers. And then, on the way back, on our adventure, Ryan died. And it was actually really bizarre. We were just in a boat. Well, I'll try and put the clip up. We were in boats on the way back, and Ryan just zipped through the world. And when he logged back on, he was shot by a skeleton, and he was in a random cave, I think, just there, and the skeleton was there as well. And it shot him, although he told me the coordinates he was at, and so I went to those coordinates, and it was the middle of the water, which is interesting. So, we're going back through. I haven't finished the portal yet, unfortunately, due to time things. So I won't look at it, because, take that. No spoilers. Yeah, I went to the spot where he was supposed to be, and there was just nothing there. And so I decided, considering the amount of times Ryan's lost his stuff, and this one was obviously a glitch and was no fault of his own. So I went into spectator mode, and I let him go into spectator mode as well. And we flew around for a bit. We couldn't find any of his stuff. And then after about 5 minutes had passed, I decided just to let him spawn the stuff he had in. So I hope no one's annoyed about that. It was really unfair the way he died. It makes no sense. So I figured it's fine to spawn the stuff in that way. Yeah. So that was actually really annoying, because that was a fun adventure and everything. But I haven't actually explained what happened, have I? So we went through that whole adventure, we brought them back, we built a farm area, and as it turns out, something went wrong with the recording. I have no idea why it did it, but the recording software I use recorded my audio on top of the same track that records the game audio as well as Ryan talking. Those are both on one track, and I recorded both of them. Now, the reason I usually record them separately is because it gives me a lot more leeway to play with the audio levels. So I can tell how loud Ryan's going to be compared to the game audio, so I know how loud it's going to be in the recording. But I can't tell how loud I'm going to be, so rather than playing around with testing it and adjusting all the levels and everything, I just record my audio separately, which works out a lot better. And then if I need to mute one of us at a time, I can. But for some reason it recorded them both on one track, and my audio was really loud. My audio is usually louder than Ryan's, but I don't know why, it just put it on the same track and it was really crackly and I couldn't really do anything about it, hence why I'm recording this video. Now, I haven't really planned what else to do, so I thought I'd explain that to you. And now we're over here at the slime farm, and I don't to try and take all of the green dye. I think he probably did. Let's just check all these chests. All this stuff I want to move back, and you can see how much stone I have. Because I have silk touch. Oh, I've got mending on all my armor now. Although I still need to put mending on the E10. Is there anything in here? Nope. Yeah. Ryan. Oh no, hang on. What? Sorry, I'm getting confused. It's flustered me a bit. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I've got another mending book to put on my fortune pick. I have yet to do it though, but I've spent time fishing. So this is the slime farm, and I don't believe I've shown it since I've worked on it. Sorry if I have, but I really don't remember if I did. So what we've got now, we dug out the big hole, and all the spawning pads are in. And I've put tracks running along the bottom. I put 4 in because you have the 3 wide to fit the big slimes. Let's put a block down so I don't keep jumping. You have 3 wide to put the fit the big slimes on, and then you have an extra block because they can sometimes fall onto the slabs like that one there. So you have a 4th one, and these run all the way around the edge. I won't run all the way around, and as you can see, the magma blocks damage the slimes, so pop, they die, which is useful. And then these minecarts will go around and pick up all the slimes. I could have done it a clever way, but at the time I was building it, I couldn't think of a way to do it. So what I did is I just had 4, they leave, they come back, and then they'll go. And that's the best way I could think of doing it. I could have had 1 track that constantly goes and loops around and had some way of unloading it then, but this is the best way I could think of doing the unloading system. So what this is a 5-minute timer. So what happens is this dispenser, when you start you can trigger it manually, although you don't actually need to because I fixed it. So that button's pretty useless. Dispenser drops a button onto the pressure plate, like that, perfect timing. As you can see they're going, that'll make sense later. It drops it onto the pressure plate, which activates the redstone signal here, which turns off this torch, and it also turns off this torch. This torch powers the redstone, what are they called? Powered rail. That's what they called it. It turns that off, so when there's a thing on there, they're not powered. And then after 5 minutes, this item will despawn, so the pressure plate will go up, that redstone will go off, and this torch will go on, powering this block, which will release another item, which shoots it onto there, and the system repeats. Now, I know 5 minutes isn't the best way to do it, because it's based on item despawning. I won't be getting 100% efficiency, because items will despawn before they get picked up, but slime isn't a massive need for us. And as you can see, I've got all this stuff. I don't know where these came from. I've got all of this, and I haven't AFK'd here really at all. And the only thing left that I need to do here, apart from decorate this area a bit and come up with something nice, is I need to finish putting this glass up. Yeah, because I've built this. However, big slimes jumping off here, they'll jump, hit the wall, and land on this. So it's slower and less efficient. So this glass will get built up to the necessary height. I'm not a massive fan of the colours, but oh well, it's not really that big of a deal here. I can always change it later as well. Right, what should we do for the rest of the episode? let's go and visit the desert. I can show you the desert that I've been mining, because we haven't been there before. Whoop. Okay, so through this way. Along here. Up, up, up. Hop along. I want to come up with some way to decorate the nether so that I can, so that we can have this area sort of nice looking and not just a bunch of closed off tunnels. Because I think that'd be quite nice to do. So we need to work out a good looking way to block off every 5 blocks, I think it is, to stop ghasts spawning in this area. Once I do that, it can look nice. Just pop through the portal here. Pop. And this is the desert. There's one of my cats here. I have no idea why it came here. It's weird. And these are Ryan's chests that he wants to fill with sand for his ocean monument. Although he does have another desert. These are my chests that I've been using. This one's got random stuff in it. Nothing I particularly want. No, not at the moment. Yeah, this is just the area we've been digging out with sand. This is actually quite near the spawn chunks. Yeah. There's a temple here. I've already raided it. There's a lava pool that I nearly died in. And do I have a boat on me? No, I don't. We'll just run back. Just to show you. This is the river that we came along. Actually, I'm going to run to the tunnel just to show you the tunnel quickly. It's nothing hugely impressive. And I think we're pretty near it where we are at the moment. This is the river. Followed the river along using our boats because boats are a really good way to transport villagers. Someone's got a loud motorbike. Yep, just running along. I'm sorry, this is not gonna be. I'm saying it now, although you've probably already realised it. This is not gonna be an interesting video. However, it just can't be. Sometimes things happen you can't do anything about, and it's really irritating. But what you gonna do? You just have to ignore it, move on. We're getting there though. Here it is. In fact, I'll actually build a boat and... Ooh, what's this? I haven't seen this, actually. This is just interesting. Ooh, it's a ravine. Oh, that's less interesting. I was hoping... Oh, cat's following me. I was hoping it was going to be an interesting shaped cave. But it's just a ravine spawned in a weird place. Which is not that interesting anymore. Right, let's sleep quickly. But we can't, so while the sun's going down, let's just build a bed. Not bed, a boat. Whoosh. There we go. See, this is, we dig all the way through there. It's not actually all that long, but it's cool. We thought about possibly in the future maybe designing a bit like a canal system, but who knows. I'm just gonna leave my cat there. It seems safe enough. It's not in loaded areas. Yeah, we're just gonna boat back down the river. There we go. The sky's gonna be getting a bit weird because we keep bumping in and out of different biomes. It's a shame they changed the grass color for the river biome, I think. Because if we put down, we're in a river biome now, right? Oh, we're in savannah here. Now we're in river. Now we're in savannah. I guess it seems fine for savannah, but if we build out, see, this horrible grass color. It's not too noticeable with the savannah color though, but it's just really desaturated and not very interesting. And ooh, it's a cool mountain. Oh, there's actually a really cool mountain by where we found the village. Well, we knew where the village was. We looked on a map. But yeah. And the sky's getting weird because we're getting in and out of the biome. And this is going. Boats are still weird, but they're the best they've ever been. I think at the moment. Still a bit weird with the looking and the steering, because it's like if you go too far, it locks you, and then they sort of spin, but they also don't, and they drift. I enjoy them, and I've also got a new keyboard, which a lot of you might not have noticed. See, there's the desert, but it's yeah. This is why I don't make videos like this, because I just lose track of my words all the time. Because I'm doing things, I'm trying to think of things, I'm trying to say things while I'm thinking of the next thing. I hit the right arrow key. Yeah, I got a new keyboard. For several reasons. One, because my old keyboard was old, and it was starting to not work as well as it used to. It's still functional, but you never want to suddenly find out your keyboard doesn't work, because then you can't do anything. So you need a keyboard to use a computer, really? Yep. And this new one is also a mechanical one, except as you can tell, that's me pressing the keys really hard. It doesn't click. You'll still probably be able to hear it in the videos I'm expecting, but it doesn't click, which was a really annoying thing with the old one, because when I'm doing things like this, when I'm jumping around and things, I'm pressing loads of keys a lot, so it makes a bit of a noise. Someone's wheeling a bin. This is high quality episode here, really high quality. Oh dear. Yeah, this is the spawn chunks we're in. This is where we're gonna build the what's it called? It's called a iron farm. Ryan's sort of in charge of that because he's looked at the videos and things. Yeah. But anyway, new keyboard. It's nice. It works. It's a Corsair Strafe, I believe, with a silent silent Cherry MX switches. Yep. There's a ghast. Let's just take this guy out. If that had hit him, I would have been surprised. This is where Ryan's old base was going to be, and then he gave up on that already. Boom. Turn to center. See, that's you can see how close they are. That's the desert portal, and that's the spawn chunks. This isn't a great video, is it? Oh, I should have tried to plan something. If only Ryan was here, that would have made it more interesting, because we could have talked and discussed things. It's just me rambling about my own thoughts and things. I haven't even started the nether version of the portal. It's gonna be interesting to do. I think I'll just build a safety net with stone or something on the bottom, just so I don't worry about losing my stuff, because that's a very, very good possibility. Also, this isn't in the exact right place, I don't believe. This is just where I think I looked at a map viewer, I picked a random corner in the jungle, I made this in that corner, and then it auto-generated the one on the other side. So they're not exactly lined up. So what I'll do is I'll move the nether one around somewhat. Yeah. This... I can look here because this won't spoil it. But this is sort of the bottom of it, I think. So we'll have to mess around with either making it longer, which I'll probably do, and play around with the terrain a bit around here. Yeah. So do you know what? I'll give you a peek of what I've done. It's pretty recognisable at the moment, I think. It's almost there, to be honest. And it really hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be building it. took some better screenshots which improved it a lot. Ryan's treehouse isn't as bad as it used to be. We put some leaves on it and some branches. It's growing on me. We still need to do something with it. It's not... It still stands out a bit too much for my liking. No offense, Ryan. Here we go. Yeah, these branches don't make all that much sense. What are you going to do though? Right, so if we come up, we can see out of here. Jungle. There's desert over there, I think. And here's what we can see of the portal from here, and I like that look. The look won't change really at all from here, unless we cut down some more trees. But see if you can guess what it is from that point of view. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it here rather than just filling time with doing nothing. I still want to decorate this area with some maybe custom trees or something. Just something else needs to go there because I don't like this area. And those need to move. But I don't know where I'm going to move them to. Somewhere around this area, I think. Ooh. Actually, one more quick thing that I forgot to talk about. There's an area which I'll head to so you can look at it, but I'll start explaining on the way. Oh, it's right here. I didn't realise how close it was. See, there's an area here with a lava pool, and some of the trees have burnt down, which gave me the idea, especially now we've got the black concrete paddle, which looks like ash, we could do some decoration in this area to make it look like there was an actual fire, and make try and design some fully burnt trees by replacing this with dark oak or something, and then at the bottom or just had them lying on the ground, and have the black and dark grey and grey concrete powder acting as ash. I think that'll look cool. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna not keep you here because I'm really sorry. It was really annoying. That would have been not to tease you, but that would have been a really good video, I think. Well, not really good, but a fun video. The one we recorded. Oh well, some things just happen like that. Can't do anything about it. Yeah. Hopefully next episode will be a lot more interesting. Not this boring mess. I'm not even gonna do much to it because there's not much I can do, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and this will be a skippable video. Nothing happened at all, really. Okay, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. What was happening there?